To anyone who has been paying even the slightest amount of attention over the last 6 to 8 years, it is becoming abundantly clear who really is in charge and who is really running things. In today's video, I'm going to show you some things that I think you might have forgotten about. Based on what I'm seeing across social media, it's very clear that Americans in particular have a very short attention span and even a shorter memory. See this picture of Donald Trump and Xi Jinping shaking hands? I used this as a thumbnail months and months ago. What happened to the China virus? You see here, President Donald Trump said the United Nations must hold China accountable for their actions. Has that happened at all? And on another occasion, he said that we're supposed to be holding them accountable for unleashing the China virus on the world. Recently, Donald Trump has also now bragged about, yet again bragged about how great Operation Warp Speed was. It seems like he's almost thankful that the Chinese released the virus, giving him the ability to use this as some type of a platform to get elected on. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, no, he wouldn't wish that. Explain this then. President Xi and I will always be friends. No matter what happens with our dispute on trade, China will take down its trade barriers, not likely, because it is the right thing to do, like the Chinese do things because they're right. Taxes will become reciprocal, and a deal will be made on intellectual property. A great future for both countries. Doesn't sound like somebody wanting to hold somebody else accountable. I wonder if he was lying about that too. Real quick, before we get too much farther into this, I always want to stop at about a couple minutes and let everyone know how thankful I am to have you guys over at the Patreon channel. It is keeping things glued together. I know a lot of people are enjoying the Antarctica videos that we're revisiting this last week, but truly the entire focus of the channel is now, unfortunately, over at Patreon. The good old days are gone. I tried to talk about capitalism and people didn't like it. Especially when you say, hey, can you sign up for $2 a month or $5 a month? People get a little bit edgy, and I understand that. But the best thing about it, unlike virtually everything else out there, if you do decide to pull the trigger and say, you know what, Maki, you've been doing this since 2016, going on 9 years this October. God bless you for doing it. I'm going to throw you a couple bucks. It's fully refundable. First 90 days, no questions asked. We got a lot of folks over there, and believe me, they stuck around. We have people that come and people that go, but God bless all of you who have decided to keep me going. I very, very much appreciate it. You guys have no idea. This channel wouldn't have been here years ago without that, so thank you so much. Let's get right to it, though. The Patriotic Blonde, reading what Donald Trump has said here, said that she's effing done and will never vote again. Now, this alone is psychological operations 101. You see, she says she's never going to vote again because she misread Trump, meaning that, well, gosh, if Trump wouldn't tell us the truth, then nobody else possibly could, so she's done voting. What did Trump say? Trump, 8/7, August 7th, yesterday, 2025. Now, Trump on Operation Warp Speed, one of the most incredible things ever done in this country. Everything about it has been amazing. But it gets even better. RFK Jr. We're developing a universal vaccine at NIH, which is a vaccine that addresses the entire phylum of viruses. It's a vaccine that mimics natural immunity, and it is effective against any kind of mutation. We believe it's going to be effective against not only coronaviruses. I thought it was China virus. Wait a minute. Hold on. Sorry about that. And it's going to be much safer and a much more effective vaccine. Isn't that interesting that they are just doubling down? Let's review real quick. Trump, we will have a very successful vaccine when he rolled out Warp Speed. I don't care. I just want to get a vaccine that works. I really don't care if it's another country. I'll take my hat off to them. We have to come up with a vaccine. Another quote, I hope everyone remembers, when they're getting the COVID-19 vaccine, that if I wasn't president, you wouldn't be getting that beautiful shot for 5 years at best, and probably wouldn't be getting it at all. Why are we doing this review, Monkey? Why? He said we have our freedoms, and we have to live by that, but he also said it was a great vaccine and safe and something that worked. Do you agree with that? Well, it was really Biden that action, turning point action. Biden inherited modern medical miracle. 3 vaccines delivered in less than a year. Unparalleled distribution network. Do not let Joe Biden take credit for a single Trump Operation Warp Speed vaccine accomplishment. Remember? Remember he did all that and then wasn't president for 4 years. Wasn't president for 4 years. And then something happened and God saved him for a purpose. I mean, beyond just giving people a few bucks and let Fauci make the decisions. Maybe that purpose was the new big, beautiful bill funds that are going to do AI risk scores, facial recognition, autonomous towers, blanketing highways, all for vaccine security. Border security. It's kind of like that, though, isn't it? Talk about brainwashed. You see people say that vaccine mandates violate bodily autonomy. Okay, let's say there's not mandates. But what about shaming? You see, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. But what about shaming people into getting the vaccine? I had it up here. I guess I don't anymore. Oh, here it is. That's right. What about shaming people? You're not being patriotic. You're not being patriotic. If you don't get your vaccine, because Trump said so. I caught all sorts of grief for supporting Governor DeSantis for how long? Why don't we listen to Governor DeSantis talk about warp speed?
Signed the most robust medical freedom legislation anywhere in the United States. Not only did we codify all our protections against COVID authoritarianism, we expanded it so that no private or public sector vax mandates on not just COVID vaxes, any vax under emergency use or MNRA, that is your choice, and they should not deny you the right to work based on that choice. We made sure they can't mandate it on school children, and that parents are ultimately the ones that make that determination. The way they weaponized these COVID vaxes was a massive incursion into our freedoms. They wanted to deny people the right to put food on their table if they didn't bend the knee and get a COVID shot that they may not have wanted and that many of them did not need. We can never allow warp speed to trump informed consent in this country ever again.
Oh, but yeah, we can't vote for him. Oh, we can't vote for him because he went to Yale or this, that, or the other. I'm sorry, I know I'm being a little bit snarky at this point. But for somebody who's been a DeSantis fan for the last 5 years and listened to all the lies and all the garbage about this guy, to listen to Trump now brag about Operation Warp Speed continuing in 2025, it's just nauseating. And for those of you that don't like the picture on the left, I am a big believer in personal responsibility. It's a kind of a Gen X thing. It's something we were taught. And if Melania Trump wants to go out and wear something like this, she cannot expect people to not look. It's just like warp speed, truly. If you're going to do something, own it. If you're going to do something, behave a certain way, act a certain way, choose a certain wardrobe, make a decision about COVID authoritarianism, then you're going to own it. And I don't think she's ashamed one bit of it. Now, I'd love to continue this video because it dovetails into a completely other subject, but unfortunately, we're going to have to wait and do this over at the Florida Maki Patreon channel. Because the idea of personal responsibility is something that we talked about before. Remember when I said this was going to be the OnlyFans presidency? Well, there are things going on right now, folks, have to do with finances, have to do with the way the government's being run and who's in charge and why they're doing what they're doing, that can only be explained in R and X rated terms. Unfortunately, maybe R and NC-17, not really X rated. But these days, you know, the direction we're going, it's just mind-blowing how the liberals and the Democrats and the feminists all are now literally directing people on the right as to what they should think. And this is as far as I can go, unfortunately. I thought the man was going to hold China accountable. Now they're best friends. Now it's all about trade. The only thing he talks about right now is deportations and the border. He's behind Barack Obama. Donald Trump hasn't deported as many people as Barack Obama had at this point in his presidency. Now, Donald Trump's done a better job of putting what he's doing with deportations in front of a camera and putting a Barbie doll in charge of it. But nobody has held China accountable for anything. Not the UN, not us, nobody. And now we have Make America Healthy Again, RFK Jr., talking about a universal warp speed vax. It's just mind-blowing, but they're always going to be friends. Anyway, if you'd like to see the continuation of this, that is for adults only, join us, Florida Maki Patreon channel. Absolutely love to have you over there. Like I said, sign up. Yep, $2 a month, $5 a month. Sign up for a whole year, and you get like 10 or 15% discount. There's a $2 level, 5, a 10, and a 15. And you do the $15 level, you get access to everything. You get access to more videos that are not suitable for YouTube, let's just put it that way. More videos than you could watch between now and the end of the year. Hundreds of them. Going all the way back to 2018. We've been building that channel for a long time, and now it's starting to pay off. So anyway, God bless. Pray for each other. Pray for me. I'll pray for you. Lift each other up. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.